Hello everyone. I have been in the event planning business for over 25 years, and I know how to plan and organize successful events. However, I never stop using my event planning checklist for every event I organize. Because it's the easiest way to create a common language with event stakeholders and partners to work in close coordination. It's the simplest way to share tasks and responsibilities with event stakeholders and partners. And I don't want to keep my head busy with the question of whether I'm missing a task. It's allowing me to focus on how can I do it better instead of what should I do. As I update my checklist, each event I organize transforms my knowledge and experience into an easy-to-use roadmap. Did you know that event planning and management software also works like a checklist and guides you step by step with a must-have and nice-to-have approach? For example, regardless of the complexity of your events, by using Meeting Hand online event management software, one of the widely used event management platforms in the market, you can plan and run every step of your events in a seamless way by benefiting from the experience of many events organized by it. There are many different checklists to help you plan your events, taking into account criteria such as timeline, topic, or event type. But the most important thing here is to agree on a traceable workflow with your business partners. Considering that each event has unique planning and management concerns, and needed to be handled with a broad perspective, I wanted to share with you my academic and scientific conference planning checklist, which is one of the most comprehensive types of events, so that you can create your custom checklist that might suit your needs best. I'm sharing my checklist here as a general guideline, but you can always email me for more details explaining your specific requirements or mentioning your interests. As you see on the screen, my conference checklist consists of 8 topics, which basically are: build your conference identity, make a financial forecast, develop a program, promote your conference, and set up your online conference management software, arrange and coordinate your suppliers, manage on-site, and lastly, conclude the conference. As success always lies in the details, start with analyzing and defining the essentials of your conference. At the point of identifying the conference, my to-do list includes the following steps. Clarify the aims and objectives of your conference, form an organizing committee, create a master plan with a timeline, choose an online collaboration and communication platform, build your event management team, choose a conference venue and set the dates, fulfill legal procedures, which are necessary to hold the conference, set the deadlines for registrations and abstract submissions, and finally, prepare the necessary information documents for your potential participants. Accurate financial forecasting will help you better focus on planning and executing the conference goals. For seamless financial forecasting, my checklist includes the following items. Get at least 3 quotations from third-party suppliers for services such as venue, food and beverages, technical equipment, travel and accommodation, staff, and insurance. Define the registration types and fees, and decide if you wish to offer favorable registration options to increase attendance, such as early bird discounts. Prepare sponsorship proposals, including sponsorship categories, benefits, and fees. Prepare a cash flow table for the conference expenditures. Define the free and paid services that will be provided to the participants. Create a conference budget, and always keep it updated with the actual expenses and revenue. Choose the payment processing methods, such as online and offline. Deposit the payments that you collected in your account and pay the suppliers. And always keep your conference records, contracts, and documents. Start finding an answer to the why should they attend this conference, as it's the key to convincing the target audience to attend. Then follow these steps to develop a comprehensive conference program. Set up the conference program at a glance, decide on the theme, topics, and presentation types, recruit your conference speakers, schedule the social activities, and finalize the detailed conference program and announce it, as well as create the book of abstracts or the conference proceedings. In fact, the whole success story is about how to encourage your audience to attend your conference, and the marketing tactics you will apply to re-engage your previous attendees, and ultimately how to make your conference stand out. I am following these steps to promote my conferences. Build a conference brand identity. Plan the advertising and promotional activities. Prepare visual materials for the advertisements and promotion of your conference. Purchase a domain and create social media accounts. Create a stunning conference webpage, including the biographies and images of your invited speakers, and with relevant details such as logos of your stakeholders and partners. Review lists of your past conferences to contact potential contributors, authors, partners, and sponsors. Plan the timing of the materials you intend to share at regular intervals, such as your announcements, posts, press releases, and reminders, as well as decide upon their contents. Publish your conference webpage, and share the link on your social media accounts. Personally lead your promotional activities for the conference. Release the first announcement. And send call for abstracts and registration invitation emails to your target audience. Announce and promote your invited speakers and social activities of your conference on your website and on social media. Remind abstract submission deadline, as well as deadlines for registration and payments. Regularly update your audience with highlights of the conference. The success of a conference largely depends on how seamlessly you collect and manage the registrations, abstract submissions, and payments, and how harmoniously you can coordinate your team and stakeholders. In fact, how to run a conference is a serious issue that every event planner must decide at the very beginning of the planning process. For this reason, the organizers prefer to use software where they can manage the whole process and bring all parties together on a common ground. To find out your software requirements and set up it, follow these steps. Determine what participant information you need to collect during the online registration, as well as in which format you will collect the abstracts and which information about the authors you need. Determine the evaluation method and how to schedule presentations in the conference program. Consider the additional services you'll offer during your conference, such as content, fees, and terms. Define carefully the solutions and features requirements of the conference management software that enables you easily manage the whole process. Research the market and select an online conference planning tool that fits your requirements. Set up your registration, payment, and booking forms, as well as your abstract submission and evaluation forms, by defining formats and criteria, adding reviewers. Customize your management process. Build a communication and follow-up plan with your participants, authors, and partners. Announce online conference registration and abstract submission forms. Track and manage collected registrations and abstracts. Assign abstract submissions to reviewers, and follow the evaluation process. Notify the authors of the abstract evaluation results, and remind them about the payment deadlines. Confirm the attendance status of your participants, and place the accepted abstracts in the conference program. The most important issue on arranging and coordinating the suppliers. Who is the right supplier? In my opinion, the supplier who gives you the best possible advice and focuses on your conference goals, as well as whom you can trust that he would provide you the solution that will not keep you busy and complete the work on time, is the right supplier. You can select your business partners and suppliers by following these steps. Choose a venue that fits your conference requirements, such as the number of meeting rooms, capacities, and breakout areas, and check their policy about providing technical equipment, food, and beverage. Plan the food and beverages to be served, and identify your visual and technical equipment needs in detail. Determine the necessary services within the scope of the conference's social activities. Identify your travel and housing needs. Determine the services to be provided to the invited speakers, including the fees and terms. Make agreements with the supplier you have selected, including all the possible details, such as payments, penalties, updates, and insurance. Purchase the kit items, which you will distribute to your participants. Determine the decoration and visual material needs of the venue, and have your designer make the designs, considering when and how the installation will be done. Review logistics and services and check out the exact amount to be served. Prepare guidelines for on-site registration, and identify the tools to be used at the registration desk. Check the workflow, job descriptions, and instructions with your team one more time, and rehearse the event flow with your team on site. Prepare speech notes such as welcome, the introduction of the speakers, thanks, and closing speech. Set up an on-site registration desk, and measure the registration time of an average participant. Plan the presentations of the speakers. Test the entire system, including computers, speakers, projectors, and connections. And rehearse the presentations to be projected on the screen successfully. And set up a presentation management desk. Build an operational team of staff, vendors, students, and volunteers. The conference start date is the most exciting time for every event planner, when months of preparations and plans will be implemented and rewarded. For the success of your conference, you must reinforce your well-planned workflow and instructions with effective communication. A seamless communication will empower your team to work together as a single body. I suggest you do the followings to make things work as planned and manage the conference on-site successfully. Inform all stakeholders and your team members about the duties and timelines. Assign tasks and give instructions. rehearse and see how it works. Check logistics, decorations, visuals, equipment, and all in all. Open the gates, give the badges, accept new registrations and payments, and collect the presentations. Start the conference with a welcome speech. Share conference images and news on the conference's social media accounts. Compile and report details of the daily activities, including registrations, payments, and documents, in detail. Periodically check the process, and do daily evaluation sprints. Check the services offered by the suppliers every day and agree on the figures. Share the final figures and highlights of the conference on the closing ceremony, as well as on the conference web page and social media accounts. Completing and concluding a conference is not just about closing the gates and packing the materials in the conference venue. It's also about doing public relations and keeping in touch with your attendees and partners for next year's conference. I believe that you can do even better by using my checklist. Gather all data, documents, feedback, and suggestions from your team and committee members and suppliers. Follow up with everyone attending the conference. Send thanks messages and collect feedback. Analyze the data and feedback of the conference. Prepare a conference report, including attendance and presentation numbers, conference goals, budget applications, satisfaction level, and recommendations in detail and overall. Organize an after-action review meeting with the organizing committee. Archive conference data such as important documents and reports. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video thumbs up, and check out meetinghand.com. We do handle most of the solutions that help you to plan and execute successful conferences.